Hey everybody, this is the second video in the Diatone ZMR160 series and the first of the build process. I've decided to go with a different PDB than the one that it came with. The one that had the one that had the 12 volt and the 5 volt regulators. And I'm going to go with the older version, which is this one here on my right. Which only has a 5 volt regulator because it's a lot lighter, and I don't really need the 12 volt regulator because I'm not going to be using this quad with a 4S battery. So let's just see what the weight savings is on between these two. Get my scale out here. It's on. Okay, see if we can get the glare out of the camera. Okay. So the PDB that this came with weighs 7 grams, and the older version only weighs 2 grams. So yeah, that's pretty significant. It's a 5 gram savings, and for something of this size, that's going to be a big savings down the road. The other thing that other parts I'm going to be using are these 1306 3100 kV motors, this NAS 32 here, and I'd recommend for those of you that are building these microquads, if you're going to buy a flight control board, get the ones that don't have any of the pins that come with it. It's all this stuff, all these extra pins and wires and stuff. It's a lot of extra weight. Some of the boards, they come pre-soldered with these pin headers on there, and it's not going to fit in the body of this quad, as you can see right here. I'll show you. This is the NAS board. Just to show you the size of the NAS board compared to the quad, with a bunch of pin headers sticking out. It's really going to make things very difficult to get all this stuff in here. Plus, it's going to add a lot of extra weight. So let's just see how much this stuff weighs, just to let you know. So these are the pin headers that normally would go onto a NAS 32 board. Let's see how much that stuff weighs. I'm sure it's going to be quite a lot. So that's about 9 grams of stuff right there that you don't need, because we're going to be soldering everything directly, so we're saving about 9 grams for the extra wires here, plus 5 grams for the PDB, and it's almost 15 gram savings right there. I think that's going to be pretty significant. I'm going to install the motors, the ESCs, and the PDB, and I'm going to wire that up, and I'm not going to do it on camera. It's just going to be a bunch of soldering, and then I will, in the next part, I'll show you what I did in terms of minimizing material that goes onto the quad. That'll be in the next part. Be right back. Okay, hey guys, I'm back, and I've done quite a bit here. I attached the motors and the ESCs, install the PDB and all the wiring. I removed the original heat shrink on the DYS 20 amp ESCs and put on my own heat shrink. I cut all the motor wires short and directly soldered them to the edge of the ESCs here. Obviously it's inside the heat shrink, you can't see it, but I've eliminated a lot of extra wire here. I've shortened, actually I replaced these wires with a little different one, so they're all black instead of the red and black. And so all I have now is, and I also got rid of the servo cable. So all I have now is the positive in the ground and the signal. So there's only 3 wires coming out of each ESC now. So we got a positive, a ground, and a signal. The wiring is a bit of a mess. Let's see if I can get some of this here. Obviously, the ESCs are going to go to the 12 volt sections, and I've got these. It's hard to see. Let me see if I can get this in the camera. These leads here. So there's two sets. There's this one here. These two here that go to the 5 volt output down here, and this is basically a servo cable with I forget, this is the female end, I think, of the servo cable. We've got a cable here. It's actually this end of the servo cable here, and what I did is I removed this black plastic covering, and so what you end up with is these two, I don't know what these are called, DuPont something. They're part of the servo cable, and then I just put some heat shrink on to cover the metal parts. So basically eliminating the space-eating plastic connector here, and also the weight. So I got this going to the 5 volts. They're coming out, and that's going to go to the NTSC to power the board. And then I got these over here, and this is going to the 12 volt output. Basically, it's connected straight to the battery, because that's where the battery leads here, right here, going to there and there. And so these two leads are 12 volts, go to the battery voltage monitor on the bottom of the NAS board. And let me show you that here. Oh, by the way, this is the underside of the ZMR. Got the motor protectors and landing gear installed. They're pretty cool. I like the color. And also I have the video transmitter. It's a 200 milliwatt Eachine, I think it's the ET200, and have it wrapped in heat shrink. And that's soldered directly to the PDB here for 12 volts, which is going to be perfect. Obviously, I don't have the signal wires connected yet. They're just tinned at the moment. I'll show you the NAS32 now. So I did another video where I built this NAS32 and it's called a DIY FrSky receiver. It's from Banggood. I did another video on this. I'll put a link in the description below to that video, as well as like all the parts that I'm using in this build, because there's a bunch of them, and I'll just put a big list down below, and you can go through those. But this is how I soldered up my NAS32. It's very, very minimal. I have PPM output coming from my receiver, going to the NAS32 right here. That's PPM in. I got my buzzer here for battery alarm and lost model alarm going right there. I have that directly soldered on. And then the battery voltage is coming off of two set of pins right here. It's really hard to see in the lights. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. So you got two pins right here for positive and negative, and that's for the battery voltage monitoring, and that's going to connect to those two leads that are already soldered to the PDB. And on the other side over here, right there, I got two more pins, very small, and that's for the 5 volt input to power the NAS board. And so what I'm going to end up doing is, let's see here, just like this. It's going to have the board upside down, basically, with the USB port pointing off to the left, and probably going to have the receiver back here underneath the video transmitter, and the camera will go up front, and I'll probably directly solder that to the this cable over here that's coming out of the video transmitter. And then I'll solder the signal leads from the ESCs to motor outputs 1 through 4 right here. And what I did here is I took these pins. Let me see if I have any here. So, I can't see that. So I took one of these pins. They come with these pin headers that came with the NTSC. So you get a bunch of pin headers like this, and some get some straight ones like this. You also get some angled ones like this. Let's see if I can show you that. Anyway, so I took sections of these little pins that you get with your NTSC, and I cut them short. So I put them in the board in these little holes here, and then I soldered them in. So these little solder blobs here are actually covering the pins that are in the board that are just sitting up right there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's really small. So I mean, very, let me see if we can get that to focus. Very little weight here, and that's all you need to get the signal from the NAS board to the motors. You don't need this giant set of pin headers and all these servo connectors to do that. So I'll go ahead and I'll install this onto the quad, and I'll show you how that looks after I put that on. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're almost finished, heading down the home stretch here. I did quite a bit more. Secured the ESCs here with some electrical tape instead of zip ties. I think this is going to be a little bit lighter. What else do I got going on? I installed the camera. And it's got that angle bracket there. It's connected. Let's see if you can see that. Got these wires right here, the blue and yellow, that are going straight into the video transmitter here. That's going underneath the NAS. Not my prettiest soldering job here, but I do have the ESC signal wires connected to the NAS board here. Let's see if I can get that to focus. So we got the motors 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the receiver here, and I have some double-sided foam tape here, and just stick that to the top of the NAS where it's pretty flat. Got the buzzer down here, the video transmitter. We're pretty much ready to put the top on, so I'll probably do that next here, and get this all tidied up, put some props on, and get this ready for a test flight. We're almost there. Be right back. Okay, it's all done, and I got the props on, top on, got the antenna tube, got the video transmitter antenna on there, and the all-up weight is 178 grams. I'm using these are actually Gemfan 3545 props that I cut down. It's kind of ironic because these props actually have clearance here as a 3.5 inch prop here from the side, but the arms are too close together, so with a 3.5 inch prop they actually touch each other. So I had to cut them down a little bit. Hopefully I got them pretty close. We'll see. Here's the little pieces there. So it's all done. I'm gonna set this up so that the battery will be on the bottom, and I'll probably put my RunCam 2 on the top for taking some videos. This is a sweet looking little machine. You guys can take a look at it, see if you can get in there, get some lighting. Really hard to see, but it's very low profile. Very, very low profile. And very lightweight. So that concludes the build video. I will be putting up some flight footage pretty soon, and stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.